Hey, Facebook, just connecting with Instagram. How are you? Even if you pop on this and you're not, it's not live, I still would love to know how you're doing. Like genuinely, that's like one of my favorite questions to ask people is how they're doing because I feel we don't genuinely ask that enough of each other, like from a space of really wanting to know. And I genuinely really care, and I am sending you so much love. Mm. So I said it. My name is Colleen Gallagher, and from Colleen Gallagher International. And I wanted to come on today. I'm doing 21 days live on here for. I don't know why I really felt called, but I just felt there was like something greater. Hey, whoever joined Facebook, I can't see you. I'd love to know who you are. But I really felt called to share the just for 21 days, like just the light and positivity that's in my light and maybe some of the issues and problems that I also go through. Hey, how are you? So today, I just wanted to talk quickly on commitment issues. I was doing some journaling today and around just like how to dive deeper into what I want to achieve and what I'm helping other people achieve. Yeah. Oopsies. And one thing I realized is I feel like the light's never very good. Here we go. My commitment. Like usually I would just say like, oh no, like I'm not very good at commitment. That's why I like don't have relationships, or that's why I'm always single. It's because like I'm not very good at commitments. I can't make up my mind, or all these things. Like I just better to do it all by myself. Like I'm just good to do this by myself, and I'm just gonna do everything by myself because I can't make a commitment, or I don't want to make a commitment because it's a lot of responsibility. And then like if I mess up, or what if I like do something wrong, or what if I don't show up in a good way, or I don't know, all these things. And I will like run from commitments a lot of time. Like anytime there's a commitment, I try to like not maybe show up for it in the best light. So I wanted to come on and like share this with you guys of commitment, because I feel a lot of people, we all struggle with this, like commitments. And like we say we either overcommit, so we're like doing so many things, like we never have to be by ourselves and like be alone and like look within ourselves. Or we can do what I've done a lot of times, is like we commit, or we like don't commit at all because we feel by committing we're gonna lose like our responsibility, we're gonna lose like our sense of freedom. So it's just better to not commit at all. And I just wanted to maybe give some tips that I've been doing for like commitment that with myself, like that's really helped, because I feel so much in a way, like if you're not showing up for commitment with yourself, like how can you expect others to show up with commitment for you? Or how can you expect the world to give you opportunities for commitment? And so just like 3 tips I wanted to give that have really been helping me with my commitment issues. The first commitment issue that I have had before is that, like I said, I overcommit, or I'll do things like a lot of times just to like not be by myself, so I don't have to look within and I can just look at the external world. And yesterday I talked a little bit about judgment. Hey, how are you? I talked a little bit about how judgment and like we can place things outside of ourselves because it's easier to do. And there was times I did that with my life, with like relationships or my business, or just like my body or my health. Like I remember like I didn't want to be held responsible for like going to the gym, so I would like drink coffee to not eat, which is like never healthy, but I was like more committed to that than like going to the gym because I thought it would be easier. So one thing to really do is start looking at your life of, are you overcommitting or are you not committing to anything? And a good way to look at that is simply just to look at your calendar and look at what you're consistently doing. Like, where is your time going? Is your time overly committed? Like, are you doing so many things that you're exhausted, so you never have time to like be within yourself? Or are you not committing to anything and you're just kind of like sitting there like, what do I do with my time? That's like one thing that really helps with like deciding where you're at with commitment for yourself and within the world. The second thing that really helps with commitment is that when you're doing commitment, hey guys, how are you on Instagram? Sorry, I didn't see that. The second thing to do with commitment that I feel is like another really good thing with commitment issues, or something to help with commitment, is when you're doing an activity, or when you're talking to someone, or when you're deciding if you're going to go somewhere or do something, asking yourself if it actually is going to feel good to be at that event, or that place. Like if you're just doing it just to do it, or if you're doing it because it actually feels good. So like a lot of times I would just be going to work out because I was like, oh, I want to look skinny, or I want to like look pretty or whatever. And like, I didn't actually care about like what I was doing. It wasn't fun. I was just doing it because I thought that's what I had to do to like look pretty, or I had to work out or show up to fitness so I would be fit, but it's not actually like an activity I enjoyed. So you'll get commitments, like look at where you are. If you're overcommitting, undercommitting, then also look at your commitments that you're making. Are they actually commitments that make you happy? Are they actually something that make you feel good, or are you just doing it to like suppress something that you really don't want to look at? And I know for a while mine was like my body. And let me know if this makes sense when you guys are rewatching this. And if you have any questions about just commitment issues in general, or like anything about commitment, I'm trying to be as raw and vulnerable as I can just with my life of commitment issues I've had and things that I still struggle with like committing to, because I don't want to feel like I'm losing my, hey, Tasha, I don't want to feel that I'm losing like my freedom. And that's really hard for me sometimes to commit, but really when I'm doing like lack of freedom, or I'm feeding into that, it's just allowing me to run away from my truth and allow me to not be responsible for the results that are in my life. And the third one that I would recommend is after you look at if you're over or under committing, you look at how you're feeling when you're making commitments. The third thing with commitments that I feel is really important is how you're choosing to show up to those commitments. So if you have like a webinar, or if, oh, I love you too. If you have like a webinar, or if you have like a meeting with someone, or if you're listening to music, or if you're just enjoying a cup of coffee, like how are you showing up for that commitment? Like, are you actually present for it, or is your mind racing in a bunch of ways? Like I know one time recently I was actually just in Italy, and I was sitting at dinner. My friend Passion, I hope she doesn't mind I say this, but anyway, hey Ray, my friend Passion was saying, you know, Colleen, like you're sitting here, but your leg is going like this, like super crazy. And I was like, wow, I never even realized. So I was looking that I wasn't, even though I was showing up to dinner in a way that I thought I was there, I wasn't committing to being present in the moment. And so from that space of just being there, but not committing to be present in the moment, that's not really allowing me to be free. It's not really allowing the best results in my life. It wasn't really allowing me to like make deep connections with people that I really care about. So that's the next thing I would really say with commitment issues, is looking at how you're choosing to show up and those commitment issues, how you're looking to show up when you make commitments. So just to recap, this one's shorter, but I just wanted to give you guys some tips. The first one is, are you overcommitting or undercommitting? And just look at your calendar and see what's going on. The second one is, how are you feeling when you're making commitments? Are you feeling good when you're doing them? Are you feeling from a place that you just have to do it to like look good or something like this? And I shared the example with my workout. And the third one is, how are you actually showing up for those commitments? So you're actually being present when you're there and deciding to make a conscious choice to be fully there and be fully present. So sending you lots of love. Let me know if you have any questions when you rewatch the replay on this. And remember, you hold the light within to embody we are one.